Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails to Azure Part 20. In the previous video, I got salted up fighting Lynn and Aeolia because they suck and I hate them. Oh man, it's actually been a little bit since I recorded that video, and just thinking about it's getting me a little... yeah, it's just raising the saline levels. It's probably the first time I've really gotten mad at a fight in this series since, like, maybe the bug fight at kind of the first half of, or the first, like, third or so of Trail 0. And that was mainly just because it was so RNG based. That's really like what gets me flustered the most, is when fights are just like, you gotta hope they don't hit the right guy or use the special attack, because if they do, you're screwed. And that fight, the bug fight's definitely worse because you have no control over Wald's actions and he just runs in and gets himself killed sometimes. But the Lynn and Aeolia fight was pretty annoying as well. Now, what are we supposed to be doing? We're supposed to be talking to Bond and them about their cat. I think we'll go ahead and see what they want us to do in regards to finding the cat, and then we'll probably maybe have like a little run around, talk to the last few areas in the city that we haven't gone to. I doubt it's your fault, little girl. I mean, nah, it's probably because Marie's a cat and they just kind of like do that. It'll honestly probably come back by itself when it gets hungry, but...
Ah, それにマリーは必ず見つかるさ。だからサニータ、元気をお出し。ああ、君たちは。
まあ。どうもこんにちは。依頼を拝見して伺いました。
ちゃんと見てくれたんだね。ありがたい。正直なところ、警察というよりギルドに頼むような内容かとも思ったんだが。
For a second I thought he was gonna say, I was wondering if our request would even be important enough, and I was gonna say, obviously not. This is all we do is meaningless. Well, it's not meaningless, but you know. I mean, granted, that's kind of the point of the special sports section, right? You're not really supposed to be doing like world-shattering events most of the time. It's just supposed to be to like help out the citizens and things that like the police normally don't have time for. But it is an awful lot of like, yo, I lost X item, please go find it. Hey, man, boy howdy, my umbrella, I sure do need it. Granted, this request does actually have more importance than the Lynn and Aeolia quest, which was just like, hey, we want to fight. Like, at least this provides value to some people.
ああ、はっきりした時間はわからないんだけど、昨日の夕方過ぎからなんだ。
家族みんなで東通りの露店を見ているときに、目を離している隙に突然いなくなってしまったみたいで、その後商店街の皆さんにも手伝っていただいて。
ああ、それで夜になるまでみんなで探したんだけど。
Okay, so it was yesterday. So okay, it's been enough time to maybe actually have a little bit of worry over it.
すまない、サニータ。
サニータちゃん。ちなみに何か目撃情報はあるんですか？
ああ、と言っても全て昨日の段階のものだけどね。それらの情報によると、さすがに街道には出ていないようなんだけど、中央広場方面へ向かうマリーを見たという人がいてね。
Probably just on the roof of the Times building. You know how cats love roofs and all that.
昨日はもう夜も遅かったから、それ以上は追い切れず捜索を切り上げたんだけど。
で、音沙汰なく今朝に至るってわけか。となると、市内であればどこへ行ってても不思議じゃねえかな。
つまり捜索範囲は市内全域ってことかな。
Well, we were gonna do that anyway, so.
もう少し何か手がかりが欲しいところだけど、失礼ですが、これまでにマリーちゃんが出て行ったことは？
いや、それが一度もないんだ。何しろマリーはサニータによく懐いていてね。それに臆病な子だから、自分から離れてどこかに行くのはどうにも考えづらい。
Well, we know it has something to do with the punks on the residential area.
だから何かの拍子で僕たちを見失って迷子になったんだと思うんだけど。
なるほど、そうですか。
とにかくまずは街に出て 探してみるしかないのかしら。
I guess we'll go hit them up first, and hopefully we'll literally get to hit them up.
なあ、とりあえずはそこから始めるしかなさそうだな。
僕も落ち着いたらまた探しに行くつもりだけど、長丁場になりそうだし、もし他に用事があれば先に片付けてくれて構わないからね。
そうですね。
We're on the case.
他は大丈夫なので、すぐに捜索を始めたいと思います。
そうか、助かるよ。
じゃあロイド、まずはどこから調べるの？
そうだな。昨日の繰り返しになるかもしれないけど、まずは足取りを追う意味でも東通りから調査すべきだろうな。
ま、妥当っちゃ妥当か。
捜査の基本ってやつだね。
ちなみにこの東通りでマリーちゃんが行きそうな場所に心当たりはありますか？ええ、それなら露店にあ
That
る
checks
魚屋
out.
さんですわね。この辺りでは一番のお気に入りの場所なんですの。
ああ、今朝は確認してないけど、もしかしたらひょっこり姿を見せているかもしれないし、店主のマルテさんには昨日捜索を手伝ってもらったから来ていればわかるはずなんだ。よければそちらの方で話を聞いてきてもらえるかい？
なるほど、わかりました。
ところでボンドさんの方はこれからどうされるんですか？
幸い今日は仕事も休みでね。もう少ししたら昨日の続きで捜索を始めるつもりだけど、東通りの人たちには昨日のうちにだいたい声をかけて回ったからね。今度は中央広場の方を地道に回って情報を集めようと思ってるんだ。何かあったらいつでも声をかけてほしい。
了解っす。
それじゃあまずは露店の魚屋で聞き込みかな。
I mean, I think we can actually skip her, but since we already know the end goal has something to do with the punks, since they were talking about, you know, beating the cat up or something, or at the very least scaring it off. So well, let's do some, anywhere we want to talk to people. We went to the restaurant. We didn't go to the Times. If you're looking for the best ingredients in town, you come to the right place. We've got the finest ingredients from everywhere. I could be swayed to buy a few little ingredients to kind of replenish our food reserves. Let's see, anything? We could use some eggs. Oh, you can never have too few eggs. That's what I always say. Now, why are eggs coming up in conversation enough for me to always be talking about how you can never have too few eggs? I don't know. You hear Pearl? Librel's? Librel? What are they? They pronounce it more like a Librel. And I always want to say liberal, so I want to like mix the two, and it comes out as something completely different. The singer Captain Schwartz is in town for the conference. Are you kidding, Cynthia? Of course I've heard. I told a friend to take some pictures for me. I'm worried they won't capture her pristine dignity and beauty, though. And she has got a lot of fangirls. Would it be alright if I asked for copies? I need to see them too. Yeah, if you want me to. I have underestimated just how popular Senior Captain Schwartz is. Of course, this is the Senior Captain Schwartz we're talking about. A little embarrassed to admit this, but I joined the customers in watching the unveiling ceremony. The majesty of Orkios Tower is a sight to behold. What could be a more fitting new cross-billion landmark than a 40-story tall skyscraper? Unthinkable, you hear about it in the news, look forward to the next issue of Crossbell Times. We should read that. Any day now. We'll get around to reading that. I think we're good on that stuff. Trade contest has begun. As a fashionista, gotta see how everybody's dressed. Watched it on the roof. I was speechless. Apparently not, because you're talking to me. What are your equipment, Noel, by the way? Yeah, you've got like some kind of garbage stuff. Man, we don't really have that much better. Okay, range and accuracy is actually not bad for her. We could give you the speed. You know what? We'll give her the speed since she has our action too. Wazzy, you can take a... I guess just extra defense, sure. You know what? Take a... Think confusion. Alrighty. To get what you want, you gotta be proactive, right? How long has it been since I've gone to a mixer? This evening can't come in soon enough. Any kitty cats up here? A bunch of people. No kitty cats, though. Every time I come home from my journey, the town was a little closer to being... The tower was a little closer to being finished. So this is what was hiding behind that curtain the entire time? It does look a lot better without the curtain on it. Well, these two are even more handsome and muscular than they appear on stage. I hate to say it, but I wonder where my wife is head over... I understand what my wife is head over heels with them. The real Eugene and Theodore, I'm in the flesh. I think I'm gonna faint. Are you the Arkansas guys? Maybe? Can't remember. I was too optimistic thinking the tower would overpower our alluring auras. My apologies, Theodore. 'Twas a miscalculation on my part. Between the crowd and the tower, no one will notice us in our training gear. That's what I get for trusting you. Ah! Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd meet the silent Scion and the Flaxen Prince. Can I have your autographs? Okay, I remember Flaxen Prince. That's definitely Arkansas. Settle down, will you? You're gonna scare them off. Besides, I'm gonna be the one who gets their autographs first. Wow, well, you did? You're amazing, Daddy. Hey, Lima, look over there. You know that Daddy and his co-workers built that building? Now, we didn't get paid jack shit for it, but we built it. No kidding, you can practically see auras around them screaming, "Look at me, I'm a continental big shot." You too, eh? Don't worry about that part. Comes with the territory when you're working that kind of security job, but it's also important to not get swallowed whole by that overwhelming feeling. Agreed, I understand perfectly. Easier said than done, though. Well, it gets easier the more you do it. At any rate, it looks like it was an overall positive experience for your team. I'd say you owe Sergey thanks for that assignment. That we do. We'll remember to thank him at some point. I feel like I was in the middle of saying something, and then I just completely forgot what I was saying. We go into the back alley? I mean, we went there briefly just to... Yeah, we went here when we were looking for Oliver. How did you guys get back here? Well, whatever. Is there a cat back here? I'd hide a cat back here. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we should go back to the bar and get that recipe. I don't think we have this. Ooh, a rich cappuccino. That was quite the performance that musician put on. I was dead tired from work, but it perked me right up. That Oliver fellow was rather interesting. I wanted to hire him as the bar's personal musician, but I guess that's out the window. Yeah, you don't want to do that. He's going to eat you out of house and home. Or drink you out of house and home, more like. Can't remember. I think we hit up the hotel. We went to the casino. Harbor District. We haven't gone to... we haven't gone to Crossbell, and we haven't done the administrative district yet. So we'll do that, and then go progress the main story some. My apologies, he usually spends his time in the field rather than here. He was off to see a friend today. Perhaps I could take a message for you? A friend in the field. Now, if I was Nielsen, where would I be? Got a hint for me, buddy? I just had photos Grace and Rains took to develop. Look at them, aren't they fantastic? Which one of these should I use for the extra edition? For the 3-month period of the 100 Days War? Oh, is this his Feel It surprise? Okay, so it doesn't mention him by name, but I remember that in Zero. I remember laughing about it being called the Feel It surprise. A legally distinct entity. You may not sue us. We can't go to the IBC because the president's there, which I'd forgotten about, even though the game did tell us. How's it going, Sal? You got anything for us? Nope. Old man? No? Oh, no old men? Darn, I can't let Nikolai get a head start on me. I saw an Eastern woman walking by a little earlier. She had long flowing black hair and was pulling off a snazzy white pantsuit. A real looker if you ask me. An Eastern woman with black hair. Excuse me, man, do you know which way she went? I think it was towards East Street. I feel like we looked everywhere on East Street, but... I know I should be resting, but I can't sit still. Exercise helps clear my mind. No, just stay here for a second. And now it's like you're running from her. Well, I don't know. I've always had a strange love for doing that in games where you can block NPCs and they're running on a fixed path. Ever since playing like Pokemon Coliseum, and you could do that in the very first like water town with the guy like running with his cast form, where you could block it and then make it seem like he was being chased by the cast form instead of running alongside it or running with it. Yeah, let's go look for this East Street. I mean, do you think that could be Nielsen? But there's no one around here. We already went to Longlao. Or maybe they're in the back. We didn't check the back rooms. No. Went to Acacia. Going around interviewing the streets. Oh wait, did we go into Acacia? We never talked to the mother. Oh, because she's gone, that's why. Oh, there's the other dolly. Oh yeah, we should also go to the CPD. I always forget. I always have to make a conscious effort to remember to go to the CPD. I didn't really visit it very much in the first game. Not really like on purpose or anything. Just kind of like forgot. I mean, there's nowhere else on East Street, right? Oh, here. We haven't checked here yet. I don't know if she'd be here. We always take an interest in working the stall. We went to the Bracer Guild. Maybe she doesn't show up at the Bracers Guild until after you see that dialogue? No. Red Constellation haven't been confirmed. Yeah, this is all the same. Well, now I'm interested, because I mean our other lead did eventually lead to us getting to Lecter. We want to go see Arios and them. You're not in the fishing club. Yeah. Already been down here. Any Kalikas anywhere? I mean, I definitely would. I mean, any like named important NPC I'd want to see. I don't know. Like, I'm not just missing her, am I? I don't think so. Amazed, my poor knees gave out. President Rocksmith came by. Probably won't be able to find another car if you search the entire continent. What? I mean, she's not in Acacia. Not very many places on East Street. She's not in Longlao. Like, I'm not crazy, right? And no one even mentions anything about it. Because you're like, yeah, you're box guy and making things fit in the box. None of you know anything. Do you know anything? You don't know anything. You don't know anything. Alright, I guess we'll just leave. I mean, I guess we'll talk to you just for the dialogue.
ちょっとお聞きしたいことがありまして。
Asked if she'd seen Marie.
ああ、ボンドさん一家の子猫だね。でも、あいにく今日はまだ見ていなくてね。念のために置いてあったあの子の好物の干物もそのままだったし、少なくとも昨晩からここには来ていないんじゃないかね。
そうですか。
あのご家族にはいつもひいきにしてもらっているし、なんとか見つけた。
ご協力ありがとうございました。
Okay, not really much help
ま
there.
ずは空振りか。
ロイドさん、この後はどうするんですか？
ああ、とりあえずは周辺で一通り聞き込みを行って、あとは捜索範囲が広がってしまうけど、サイトの鼻に頼るしかないかもな。
それはいいんだけど、ティオちゃんがいない状況でちゃんと意思疎通できるかしら。
I'll have you know I'm a master of Zeit interpreting. He either goes Gur, Wolf, or Gur Wolf.
そうなんだよな。
Then you just gotta figure out what those
でも
mean.
まあ、そこはなんとか身振り手振りで。
あれ、何してんの？
Oh, it's you. Okay, well, I guess it's good that we talked to Fish Lady.
ランディの。
I mean, it may force you to talk to her first. I don't know.
ランディ兄にお兄さんとお姉さんたちじゃん。
Because even though we know that those guys have something to do with it, we may not actually be able to pump them for information yet.
こんなところで何してんのさ。
どうでもいいだろうが、とっととうせろ。
もう釣れないな。それじゃあそっちのお姉さんの体に聞いちゃおうかな。
Ellie, you're legally allowed to shoot her, I think.
また思いっきり揉んでみたいし。ちょっと。
見ての通り、特務支援課のお仕事でね、君たちに関係のある話じゃないから絡まないでくれないか。
別に絡んでるつもりはないんだけど。
I mean, you did call out to us.
ちなみにどんな仕事なの？
仕方ないな。
Floyd explained the case regarding the missing kitten.
なるほどね。それでそのマリーって子、これからどうやって探すの？
ああ、これから警察犬の力を頼って。
それじゃダメだよ。お兄さん、犬は詳しそうだけど猫についてはまだまだだね。もっとさ、マリーって子の気持ちになって考えてあげないと。
Is Shirley Moonlight in a fursuit?
どういうことだ？
詳しいことは知らないけど、その家族最近引っ越したんでしょ？だったら答えは一つだと思うけど。
Would have gone back to where they previously lived.
そうか。どうして気づかなかったのかしら。住宅街だわ。そこに前の家があるんだ。
そうか。マリーは初めから家に帰ろうとしていたんだ。ただし、新しい家ではなく。
なるほど。
Gotta see if they let the stove on or not.
通りますね。
どちらかというと犬は人に、猫は家に馴染むというからね。飼い主とはぐれた後の猫の行動パターンを考えれば。
確かにコッペなんかも支援課のビルから離れねえしな。
そういうこと。それじゃ先に行ってるからね。
まさか首を突っ込むつもりなのか？
みたいだね。
I think she's also bored.
まさに気まぐれな子猫。いや、虎の子と言うべきかな。
シャレになってないんだけど。どうしたものかしら。
あ、ドンパチが絡まなきゃそこまで危険なやつじゃねえ。すぐに飽きるかもしれねえし、様子を見てみるとしようぜ。
わかった。俺たちも早く住宅街に行こう。
Alrighty. Well, oh wait. Yeah, I want to check out the administrative district real quick before we move on. Warren Dignitary sure are impressive looking, aren't they? Prince Oliver has especially caught my attention. Many eyes have been on him ever since he assisted with solving the Librel incident and returned to Erebonion aboard the Aircell. He shocked the world in a much different way than the Blood and Iron Chancellor does, so we have to keep an eye on that man. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The Western Trade Conference is upon us. How many years has it been since Crossbow last hosted a conference of this scale? I'm confident today and tomorrow will go down in the history books. Oh, the train fanatic. It's the same. Yeah, this is the same. That's the same. Into the soup you go. Read that. Arkansas Enthusiast. I think this is new. Arkansas! There isn't a person alive in Crossway who doesn't know that name. Since the time they opened... Actually, wait. Have we read this? I think we've read this. Yeah, that's from the first game. Oh, there's the back alley doctor. Yo, so we can maybe actually finally read it all. Not right now, but prominent female figures, remember that one. Effective use of 5 minutes. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay, so those are all old, except for the back alley doctor, which I think we read like half of them in the first game, so we might kind of skim the first couple chapters and then we could read those later throughout the game. But not right now. Talk to Juice Lady. How's it going? Dignitaries have made their way to Crossbell. They all have unique plans this afternoon. I can't help but be interested in what they may be doing. Watch the unveiling ceremony from the window. It truly was a spectacle to behold. Let's check the doors just to be safe. No reason to head through. Alright. Yeah, we should read that terminal. We will read that while we're here. What do you mean I don't have enough? Fran and I went to see the Orkios Tower on our break. It's very impressive. I can't imagine a design more fitting to be the landmark of Crossbell Skyline. All in our order. My name is Joachim Gunter, High Priest of DG. 6 years ago, our order was on the brink of extinction due to the efforts of the authorities and Bracer Guild. I alone escaped danger and took refuge in this land of origin. It was the guidance of the great deed that helped me survive so I could realize the ambitions of our order. Since the time will surely come, I will record data in each of these terminals on which they shall base on the New Testaments. To discuss the origins of the Order, I will first have to turn to the abominable history of the Zemurian continent. The Great Collapse, approximately 1200 years ago, marked the end of an advanced civilization and with it established order, giving rise to the bloodshed and poverty of the Dark Ages. In their fatigue, the people committed a grave sin. They led themselves to be deluded by the flattery and pompous fools, and accepted their invented self-centered cult with open arms. The foolish Septian Church and their symbol, that goddess of the sky, the Dark Ages met their demise and their faith spread throughout the continent. Let us consider, if said goddess truly existed, can we not assume that she should bestow equal salvation upon all of us? However, disparity yet exists and people continue to perish in disasters and misfortunes. Does that mean that said goddess discriminates on whom she shall bestow salvation? This thought alone is too ludicrous for words. In the end, she is merely an idol invented by... Okay, so now we're getting into stuff we don't have, kind of reading through it again a little bit. Their efforts at the dawn of the Middle Ages and the depths of this land. I'm assuming she was known as Kia. Okay. Oh no, wait, I got a question. You were all part of the security for the unveiling ceremony, right? How'd it go? Was it a lot of fun? It was, actually. Especially getting to see Librel's Princess Claudia and Senior Captain Schwartz up close. You did? Oh man, I'm so jealous, Noe. I'm sorry, Fran. I'll do something to make it up to you. I guess Fran is also a member of the Julia Schwartz fan club. And what the hell? Julia's more popular with the ladies than I am. Well, I mean, have you seen her? It kind of makes sense. Finally got the unveiling ceremony out of the way so I can take a breather. Nothing like a hot cup of joe on your break, am I right? Detective Bannings. What are you doing here? Something happened? No, it's not that. We just came to see you, good buddy and pal. Good, no reason to let your guards down though, Banning. I'm sure you already sensed it. The city is on edge with the dignitaries visiting. Regardless of what you may think, it's easy to become confused in this environment. Stay sharp. Well, remember that, Detective. Yeah, remain vigilant and all that jazz. By the way, do you plan to stay here for a while, Detective Dudley? Most likely. If I can help it, I'll remain on standby here at HQ until it's time for the dignitaries to attend their Arcan CL performance. If you have anything you need to report, you can come see me in person if you prefer. We'll keep that in mind. Okie dokie. Can't go up there. You ain't got nothing to say. Alrighty, well. Probably won't let us go up to Orkios Tower, but... maybe? Oh, it actually will. I kind of thought they'd be like, oh, it's still too busy. Let's back off for now. There's Ryu and Honoree. Don't see anyone else of importance. Look how crowded it is already. Even Ryu and Honoree came to play here. They must have opened the plaza to the public right after the ceremony was over and the dignitaries left. So the mayor insisted the public get to enjoy the plaza today. That sounds like something Mayor Coyce would do. I think they have all the officers from the CBD stationed here. Well, the entire city is abuzz right about now. I'm sure they put them here as a bit of extra precaution. Yeah, besides, it looks like the tower itself isn't open to the public yet, so they're here because of that too. We'd all hold off on trying to get in ourselves. Should we though? Should we? Honestly, I don't know what to say. I guess dumbfounded is the best way to describe how I feel. That's about all I can do. Look at it. It's friggin' huge, dude. It's nice that the public has finally gotten to experience Orkios Tower. I hope they appreciate its height and how it evokes the beautiful blue and white of Crossbell's emblem. I couldn't be prouder. Thank Adios I heard the request that day and agreed to this job. Designing the exterior of a building that stretches 40 floors above ground was the greatest challenge of my career. Seeing it like this, brings a tear to my eye. Oh, hey, Zen. Oh, yeah, I didn't even see you there. Hey, you're the ones from yesterday. Good afternoon, my dearest Ellie. Hello, Zen. Are you playing with Ryu, Henri, and Momo today? I'm gracing them with my presence. They wouldn't take no for an answer, so I allowed them to tag along. Man, what are you talking about? You were the one who looked lonely when Kia and Shizuku left, so we joined you out of pity. Who said I was lonely? Don't make things up. I'm not lying. Didn't he look like he was about to cry, Momo? Well, sorta. Ryu, stop picking on Zen. It looks like they became friends pretty quickly, at least. That's good. Glad we found that little side quest. It was kind of hidden too, because I mean, I normally don't really check out the Heiyu building, because every other time in the past it doesn't let you in, but it's kind of for some reason decided to that time. Or actually, maybe the game did mention something about going to see Sao. I can't remember. We had like an extra little hint to go there. I still wish I could find Kalika. This is as close as we could get to the unveiling ceremony, but we still had fun. That building is impressive no matter where you view it from. Not like in our hotel again, is she? I don't think so, because we already came through here and looked, right? And no one mentioned anything about... Can't go to Argan's Hill, we went there. Quit following me, lady. We had important business.
それでどこの家なのさ。
ああ、この家だけど。って君の同行を認めたわけじゃないんだけどな。
ねえお姉さん、犬派と猫派どっち？
Yeah, cat.
私？
Noelle's definitely a dog person. Oh.
どちらかというと猫派かな。シャーリーと同じだね。
諦めろ。何を言っても無駄だぜ。
はあ、そうみたいだな。
I mean, if you let us keep an eye on her, that's fine. Oh, maybe she can beat up these guys for us. I mean, we can't because we're the police, but... we could just close our eyes and plug our ears while something happens. I mean, Spatial Abort Station actually does sound pretty cool. It's actually probably cooler than the real name.
その説はどうも。ちょっと話を聞きたいんだけど、いいかな？
Yeah, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does Tonfa hurt when we hit you in the face?
へえ、ね。
そういうことかよ。
心当たりあるみたいね。
お互い時間を取るのもなんだし、とっとと話しちゃくれねえか。
はあ、どうすっかな。ユリ、どうするよ。そうだな。ずいぶん舐めた態度で聞き込みをしてきたし、それなりの誠意を見せてほしいところだよな。土下座とか裸踊りとか。そりゃいいや。そういうわけで土下座か裸踊りに決定。
I mean, come on, Shirley, please do your thing.
ああ、野郎の裸とかいらねえから。
この人たち思った以上に最低ね。
やれやれ、何か勘違いしちゃってるみたいだね。
ちっ、脅すわけにもいかねえし。
ああ、ここは俺に任せて。
ねえねえお兄さんたち、なんでこんなのに手間取っちゃってるわけ？
え
？Like I said, just close our eyes, plug our ears, we didn't see nothing.
はいはい、さっさと吐こうか。それとも抵抗して胃の中全部ぶちまける？
おい、いきなり何を？このガキ、
有利に何しやがっ。
うざいな。こいつ殺しちゃうよ。
Well, I mean, you probably shouldn't kill him. That'd be a lot of paperwork for us, so...
ちょっと待った。
さすがにそれは。
やれやれ。お前らとっとと言う通りにしろ。そいつはやばい。ためらいなく本気でやるぞ。
わかった。
And honestly, it'd be good for us if she killed him, because A, well, the obvious benefit, and B, we could arrest her, and we wouldn't have to worry about her anymore. Granted, it's probably gonna be like, oh, Crossbell actually has no legal law against murder, so we can only give him a fine and put him in prison for a day.
猫なら来たよ。あんたらが来るちょっと前だ。軽く脅してやったらすぐに飛び出していったんだ。だからまだ近くにいるんじゃねえか。これでいいだろ。有利を話してやってくれ。
へえ、可愛い子猫を脅したんだ。それってこんな感じ？お兄さんもこうなりたい？
He doesn't have a third arm, though.
待ってんじゃん。
Guess she could, like, kick him in the air.
さてと。どうやらマリーは近くにいるみたいだよ。急いで探しに行こ
ご協力感謝するよ。
ちなみに彼女は警察とは何の関係もないから
And we didn't see nothing.
猫に噛まれたとでも思うんだね。
うるせえ。とっとと行っちまえ。お前たちただで済むと思うなよ。
う。それじゃ次行ってみよう。
Now, if I was a cat, where would I be? Don't tell me it's in the sewers.
すごい迫力だったわね。あの細腕で大の男を2人も吊るし上げてましたし。
さすがは最強の両兵団の娘ってところか。さっきの殺気はランディにも通じるところがあるよね。
一緒にすんなっつうの。
Yeah, Randy's done and gone and gotten himself civilized.
もう何してんのさ。早く行かないと見つけらんないよ。
ああ、すぐ行くよ。
Okay. Got any clues, my dude? Haven't seen the pizza delivery man. See him all the time. You should see him all the time. Not there. Maybe the abandoned house? Oh, there's the kitty cat.
ねえロイド、あれ。
ああ、多分マリーだろう。やっ
行っちまったか。
でもあとは捕まえるだけだね。
ああ、すぐに後を追おう。いたぞ。
ここからはちょっと慎重になった方が良さそうね。
ああ、これ以上他の外区に行かれないよう。俺とエリーを迂回して行政区方面から近づくから。
了解です。
いや、
I don't know if we should leave Randy and Shirley alone, but
ランディと君はこのまま住宅街方
granted, we can't leave Shirley alone with anyone else anyway, so.
あった。
The exception of maybe Lloyd.
包囲戦だね。
Introduce her to Tonfa O'Clock.
さあマリー、こっちへおいで。
心配しないでいいからね。私たちがお家に返してあげるから。
See ya.
マリーちゃん、怖がらないで。
観念しておとなしくしてくれるかな。
ほらほら、何もしないよ。
さあ、こういうところは変わらないな。
Randy, you gotta speak up, bro. Don't kill it, please.
しかもまだ子猫だ。
Don't mess up the mission.
しまった。
Okay, that's fine.
アルカンセルにものすごい勢いでしたね。
とにかく俺たちも中に入るしかねえな。
もう袋のネズミだろうしね。
Asking for a friend. Have you seen a cat around here?
ああ、皆様ようこそお越しくださいました。今子猫が突然入ってきて、もう
ああ、すみません。実は俺たちその子猫を追っている最中なんです。
その劇場内を探しても平気ですか？
ええ、むしろそうしていただけると助かります。本日は夜に各国首脳を招いてのステージを控えているのですが、
Add the cat to the show.
ちょうどアーティスト全員が休憩しているところでしたので。
よかった。それじゃあパパッと探します。
ちなみに子猫がどこに向かったかご存知ですか？
それが申し訳ないのですが、あまりにすごい勢いだったのと突然の出来事だったもので、詳しいことはちょっと。ただその階段を駆け上がっていったのは間違いありません。
な
Okay.
るほど。となると手分けして探した方が良さそうだな。
そうね。分担はどうしましょう？ちょうど扉が3つあるから2人ずつに分かれていく？
そうだな。
じゃあシャーリーはお兄さんと一緒
Absolutely
に
not.
行動するよ。
え？
ちょっと待って。どうしてそうなるの？なんとなく？あ、ひょっとしてお姉さんたちが一緒にお兄さんと回りたかった？
I mean, honestly, I was thinking about picking Wazzy since we pick Randy all the time if we actually had a choice.
そんなことはそういう問題じゃなくて。
なんだか面白いことになってるな。
お前人事だと思って。
ま、ここまで来たらおかしな真似はしねえだろ。シャーリー、ロイドに変なちょっかいかけるんじゃねえぞ。
I mean, Lloyd is probably the strongest party member right now, so he can hold his own.
はいはい分かってるって。お兄さん可愛いけどシャーリーの趣味とは違うしね。
可愛いって。はあ、まあとりあえず手分けして劇場内を探すことにしよう。みんな一通り調べたらエントランスに集合してくれ。
Alright.
それじゃあ早速マリーを探そっか。
ああ、もちろんだ。しかしこうして話してると無邪気で気まぐれな女の子にしか見えないけど、さっきドラ息子たちを脅かした殺気は本物だった。一体どっちが本当のこの子なんだ。
あれれ、どうしたの？ひょっとしてシャーリーに惚れちゃった？
He's just narrating for us.
惚れません。とりあえず2階の S 席を調べてみよう。
イエスさ
Now, Lloyd, just remember, you gotta be handy with the steel. Just in case.
さてマリーはいるかな。
Probably gonna bolt through the other door.
よし、それじゃあここは俺に任せてくれ。
まあいいけど。
I mean, we should probably let her do it with her super speed.
お手並み拝見だね。
さあマリー、安心してこっちに来るんだ。
Don't get too close. Oh, come on, girlie. You could have grabbed it.
油断した。
シャーリーもだよ。まだまだ修行不足って
You
こと
did
か
that
な。
on purpose.
いや、どうやら邪魔をしたようだね。
ごめんなさい。いいところだったみたいなのに。
いや、俺の爪が甘かっただけさ。とにかくすぐに後を追うよ。念のためエリーたちは反対側からエントランスに向かってくれ。
え、わかったわ。それじゃあとっとと追いかけようか。
Oh, Risha, you can do it. Just teleport and pick up the cat for us, please.
あのお姉さんは
あれはもしかしてリーシャか。やっぱりリーシャじゃないか。アーティストは全員休憩中だったんじゃないのか。
ロイドさん、昨日の夜遅くに衣装を修繕してもらっていて、
So real talk, does the necklace thing tickle?
本番前の最終チェックとして衣装合わせをしていたんです。それよりも子猫が入り込んだそうですね。
I do notice they leave Risha's portrait up for a very long time compared to everyone else. Everyone else, their portrait just pops up for like a second, then goes away. They really lingered on her, didn't they? Makes you wonder why.
ってあれ、俺たち逃げた子猫を追ってここに戻ってきたんだけど。
なんだ、そうなのか。
少なくともこちらには来ていないと思いますけど。
I guess went into the main hall.
いや、みんなお揃いだね。
そうみたいね。それにリーシャさんまで。
ワジにエリー、その様子だと見てないようだな。すると俺たちが見失ってから誰もマリーを見ていないのか。
玄関は閉じてもらったし、やっぱりこのホール付近が怪しいんじゃないかしら。
どこかの影に隠れてる可能性はありそう。
I mean, Lloyd, can you break out some of that fish in your back pocket?
そうですね。
You got like 20 of
一
them.
度全員で探してみましょうか。
ま、それしかなさそうだね。
こちらの女の子は？
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she's able to realize that Risha's not completely normal.
ああ、その子は。
お姉さんすごいね。さっきから狙ってるのに全然隙がないんだもん。
そいつは俺の不詳のいとこでな。
Emphasis on the idiot.
まあ気にしないでやってくれ。
ランディさんの。シャーリー・オルランド、シャーリーって呼んでね。いやー、お姉さんのことはアルカンシェルの舞台で見たけど、こうして近くで見るとまた破壊力は格別だね。いいなー、大きくて羨ましいよ。それって
You're legally allowed to stab her. We're not paying attention.
すでに私は一度被害に遭っているから。いいじゃん、減るもんじゃないんだし。これも何かの縁ってことで。あれ、あ、
One of these days we'll get this dang cat.
あんなところに隠れていたのか。
私追いかけてきます。シャーリーも。どうしたらいいのかしら。
俺が2人のフォローに回るよ。また逃げてくるかもしれないし、みんなはここで待機してくれ。
了解しました。
今度こそちゃんと捕まえられるといいね。
What? The cat has got hops. Why is the thing floating?
いけない、舞台装置が。
Well, you got hops, lady. You can jump up there. That's your whole thing, right?
このくらい。
I mean, I know you guys have money to maybe pay for it, but you don't want to break this the day before the big performance. Or the, you know, hour before.
すごい。何も取って食おうってわけじゃないんだからさ。いい加減安心しなよね。ほら、こいつはどうだ？
Curly lightly scratched Marie's neck.
悪くないって？じゃあ、お次はこうだ。
You guys just keep getting higher and higher.
ちょっとは落ち着いた？
な手並みだな。
ええ、それに信じられないくらい軽やかな身のこなしでした。そうだ、誰が装置を動かしたのか確認しないと。
それじゃこれから一緒に降りるからもう暴れちゃダメだよ。
何さ、いきなり。
まずい。
Riksha, you gonna do your thing?
わお、ナイスキャッチ。
どうやらなんとかなったみたいだな。
ありがとう。お姉さんには助けられちゃったね。
ああ、俺からもお礼を言わせてもらうよ。
いえ、とっさに体が動いただけですから。それに私が出しゃばらなくてもシャーリーさんだったら子猫を助けていたと思います。
そうなのか。
へえ、わかるんだ。確かにあのタイミングなら飛び込んだら助けられたけど、とりあえずお姉さんのジャンプとダイナミックな胸の動きが見られた
Like,
か
okay,
ら
I
満
mean,
足
we
だ
get
な。
it. She's got big honkers.
シャーリー、お前な。
ご愁傷様、リーシャさん。
それにしても本当に申し訳ありませんでした。まさか舞台に子猫がいたなんて。なのに確認もせず点検のために装置を動かしてしま
I
って。
mean, I don't think you normally are on the lookout for random cats on stage, so I wouldn't blame you, dude.
まあいいんじゃない。誰かが怪我したわけでもなし。
ええ、ですからそんなに気にしないでください。
とりあえずそろそろボンドさんのところに戻りましょうか。
そうだね。今も心配して探している最中だろうし。
現金だなこいつ。
そうね、さっきまであんなに怯えていたのに。
だってそれが猫だし。
この子が言うとものすごく説得力があるような。それじゃあ俺たちこれで失礼します。ご協力ありがとうございました。
いやいや、とんでもありません。
どうかお気をつけて。
あ、ねえねえお姉さん。お姉さんのことリーシャって呼んでいいかな。
ええ、もちろん構いませんよ。
ありがとうリーシャ。それじゃまたね。
You've now entered into a blood contract that can never be broken.
ランディさんのいとこ、あれが噂のブラッディス・シャーリー。
Would make sense for her to know her.
マリー、もうどこに行ってたんですの？本当に心配したんだから。ごめんなさい。悪いのはサニータだもの。でもありがとう。こうして帰ってきてくれて。これからは勝手に一人でどこかへ行っちゃダメだからね。よかったわね。これで一件落着ですね。
君たちには何とお礼を言っていいか。我が家の大切なマリーを。
感謝の言葉もありませんわ。
Check her cash.
以前は主人を、そして今度はマリーを。皆さんは私たち家族の大恩人ですわ。
いいえ、そんな。それに今回は俺たちよりもここにいる彼女が一番貢献してくれたんです。すっかり怯えてしまっていたマリーを落ち着かせてくれて。
マリー、あなたもしかしてそのお姉さんと一緒にいたいって言うんじゃ。
心配しなくていいよ。マリーからサニータのことは大好きだって聞いてる
Oh,
から
okay,
さ。
you can speak cat now. Of course you can.
のろけ話を散々聞かされて参っちゃうくらいにね。
マリ
Actually, I said
それ
feed
じゃあ
me,
そろ
but
そろシャーリーも帰ろっかな。お兄さんたちとも遊べたし、マリーとも知り合いになれたし、なんといってもとっておきを見つけちゃったしね。
yeah. I mean, I don't know if she would have maybe been able to figure out that Risha is Rien, but definitely probably knows that Risha is, you know, not what she appears.
おい、
またねー。また近いうちに会えるかもしれないけどさ。
なんだか台風みたいな子でしたね。
台風というより竜巻って感じだったけど。
たくおじきももう少ししつけとけっての。
まあ今回に関してはいろいろと助けてもらったし。
できれば彼女にもお礼を言いたかったけど、とにかく君たち改めてお礼を言わせてもらうよ。
You do owe us the debt of gratitude, also a debt that we can exchange for goods and services.
このご恩は一生忘れませんわ。
サニータからもお礼を言わせてくださいまし。
どういたしまして。
また何かありましたら遠慮なくご連絡なさってください。
The case of the missing kitten, complete. Probably gonna get a phone call as soon as you leave.
なんだかどっと疲れたな。
そうね、無事マリーちゃんが見つかってよかったけど。
すまねえな、不詳のいとこが迷惑をかけて。
先輩
I
の
mean,
せい
she
じ
at
ゃない
least
で
got
すよ。
to threaten to kill those guys, which was nice.
それに結構いい子みたいじゃないですか。
I mean, she did just threaten to commit double murder like 30 minutes ago, but you know, other than that, good kid.
そうね、なんだかんだ言って親身になって協力してくれたし。
ま、確かに悪気はねえんだ。それだけに結構厄介だな。
なるほど、いろいろあるみたいだな。
女の子の気まぐれに振り回されるのもそれでどうするんだい？
そうだな、支援要請も一通り終わったし、一度支援課に戻って休憩してもいいかもしれない。
そうね、そうしましょうか。
そんじゃ中休みに支援課に戻るとすっか。
Well, before we do that, just so we don't risk the chance of anything progressing, let's go hit the hospital up. See what old Arios and Shizuku are up to. Be mindful, the Prince Albert's here. Okay. So yeah, pretty much at this point, all we're gonna do is talk to people. Anything, we'll probably talk to people here. If we finish this up quick enough, we might even go over to mines real quick. Currently under the protection of Arios Macalane. Ah, so that's what he's here for. I thought he was here for, like, Shizuku, but, I mean, maybe, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I wouldn't mind maybe getting a little insight on the story about what exactly Arios did for the prince back in Remiferia. Maybe your first time seeing a live operation? Yeah, it is. I feel like I'm finally taking the first steps to becoming a real doctor. I can't wait for tomorrow. I didn't expect you to be in such high spirits. Well, I'm sure you'll learn a lot. Also, one second, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I forgot to stock up on water before I started recording, so I had to go do that real quick, because I could feel my mouth getting very dry. I had the honor of meeting Remiferia's Prince Albert a little while ago. To think the ruler of a country would take time out of his day to visit with a plain old nurse like me. He truly is a gentleman and incredibly sociable to boot. What a nice man. We'll fish later. We're kind of not really on a clock or anything, but I don't want to get too bogged down in here. How do you smell that? It's almost therapeutic. Lordship is touring St. Ursula with Arias and Rococo. They said they'd visit Shizuku at the end of the tour, so I imagine they're doing that right now. I mean, I could be swayed to go into Shizuku's room. I'm tired of these tiny hospital meals. I want a nice juicy steak. Sir, you're in here for cardiac arrest. I want a steak, damn it. I'm a bit disappointed I wasn't able to attend Orgos Tower in Veeling today. It feels like forever since I last had a day off. Nothing I can do about that though, I just gotta keep working hard until I earn my next vacation. You don't really earn vacations, they're kind of just given to you. Okay, staying in there, all wrapped like a cocoon. What is wrong with that girl? Why do I get the feeling this isn't the first or last time she's going to do that? Teal's the kind of woman compassionate enough to make a connection with any patient. That's rare even among the best nurses. She was born with a gift and went into the perfect career. Thinking about it, maybe it was the goddess herself that guided Cecile into nursing. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, if you want to follow it on that line of logic, couldn't the goddess herself have just made it sure that nobody ever got sick or hurt, and then you wouldn't need a nurse? Dr. Seelan is still young for a doctor, but she has an air about her of a cool, long-time veteran. She's the perfect image of the kind of doctor I want to be someday. Well, if I'm ever going to be like her, I need to keep hitting the books. Yeah, maybe. Oh, my colleague would be too busy at the company, but he took the time to come visit me. He told me not to worry about my job and only concentrate on getting healthy. He has a point. I'm never going to be able to go back to work if I can't get out of this hospital. Still here, buddy? No, you're getting out. How are you feeling, Michael? I haven't had a single spasm, Miss Neweyes. It's almost unbelievable. That's great to hear. You're gonna be discharged in no time, which means you'll be able to live with your parents again. Yeah, it makes you so happy, but kinda sad too. When I go back to Le Mans, I won't be able to see you and Shizuku anymore. Well, we have been together for a long time, fighting for you to get better, haven't we? I'll miss you too, Michael, but even if we're apart, it's not as though that bond we have will disappear. I want you to remember that. Yeah, you're right. I'll remember, Miss Neweyes. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget you. So until you're discharged, let's just keep smiling and make the most of the time we have together. I'd like that. And I'll have to find a good way to say goodbye to Shizuku, too. Making sure she didn't have dialogue of her own. Any heads of state in here? Oh, it's the SSS, isn't it? Man, she just sussed us out real fast. Could it be? Prince Albert of Remiferia! And Arios, too! I wasn't expecting to see you all here. Your Lordship, this is the special support section I've told you about. Ah, I thought they might be. It's a pleasure to meet you, ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. My name is Albert von Bartholomeus. Well, yeah, sure, close enough. I am the head of state of the Principality of Remiferia. I understand that you have all been working hard for the sake of Crossbell's future. It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Lordship. Arios has told me so much about you. I was hoping to meet the SSS on this trip. There's even a familiar face. It's been quite some time, Miss McDowell. Okay, then guess she met him while she was touring around. Indeed it has. I'm glad to see you're doing well, Your Lordship. However, I certainly didn't expect to see you here today. We were told he was going to be here. Are you possibly performing an inspection on the hospital? Yes, indeed. Remiferia is one of St. Ursula's sponsors. I wanted to honor the meeting of Arios' lovely daughter that I've heard so much about. Please, Sir Lordship, I should be the one who's honored. As for me, I was asked to be his escort. Personally, I'd rather he traveled a few more guards. But I choose to be escorted by only the chauffeur and myself is beyond, well, I mean, Arios, you know, I'm not a fanboy or nothing, but you are probably stronger than 3 or 4 guards. It's because of my confidence in you and so high, Arios, my friend. Nevertheless, bodyguards have only served to interfere with my inspection of the hospital. Prince seems pretty popular. Not only does Arios know him, but Ellie too. You're right, from the sound of it, he and Dr. Seeland are also acquainted. Who would have thought the Grand Prince of Remiferia would be so sociable? At any rate, know that you have my full support as well, SSS. Please keep doing your best for the sake of Crossbell. We will, and thank you for saying so. Be careful on your way back to the State Guest House, Your Lordship. We'll do what we can to make your stay here a safe one during the trade conference. Good to know. If you're going to be looking out for me, then I'll try not to disappoint in the conference room. Lordship insisted on meeting Shizuku. I'm flattered as a father. I owe him my thanks yet again. We talked to Shizuku? Oh, you have to like get in the exact right position. It's my understanding you've been staying here to recover your eyesight. Is that right, Shizuku? You must have been through so much. I hope to have you have just as much faith in the doctors here as I do. It may still take some time, but I know it can be done as long as you keep fighting and never give up hope. Yes, I will. Thank you for saying that. Okay, well, not if we talk to her first. Haha! Oh yeah, I guess we can't go visit her whenever we want. Because you have to get special permission. Well, we met Cecile. I don't know if there's really anything else. Floor belongs to the female residence. Don't tell anyone, but I always clean this floor a little harder than I do the men's floor. Just kidding. I would never let a speck of dust go unbusted in my lecture. Hey, I'll take your word for it. Don't worry, I'll look at every reg of your bones with this super duper X-ray machine. Sleep talk? Oh, we already read that. Oh, something else that was like we could interact with in here. Oh, yeah, it was this, but that's not a poster you can read. Alrighty, that's enough of here. Anywhere else we want to pop by? A little over an hour. We'll pop by mines real quick. And then I think the only place really we have left is the cathedral and the gates. Yeah, we probably should pop by the gates. Just to talk to the commander and Marielle and Douglas and them. Since there's a few important characters at the gates now. I guess we're gonna do the cathedral first, because I just kind of ran over here without thinking. It was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I wish I could have gone to the unveiling thing with Kia. Never mind, you didn't hear that. Orkios Tower is humongous. I felt like an ant looking up at it. Because this location is elevated compared to the rest of the city, I had a great view of the unveiling ceremony from here. Seeing Orkios Tower in its full glory for the first time was almost overwhelming. It's amazing to think that such a beautiful structure could be man-made. I couldn't help but be taken aback. Any Riez's? What's up, girlie? Pardon me, Sister Juju. I'll be headed to Mines tomorrow to teach Sunday school, and I just wanted to ask about something worrisome I heard about the mountain path. It was apparently some sort of bizarre incident that occurred there earlier this year. And now that you mention it, I do recall something strange happening that way. There were eyewitness reports of spirit-like monsters appearing in the old ruins near Maines. Is there anything more you can tell me? I suppose so, although I don't know all the details myself. Girl named Kimmy came marching in. That was when I'm at it. Did you steal my books? You didn't steal my books, did you? You're not investigating these places on your own time, Riez. Got my eye on you. There I was in Maines with Sister Hadiana teaching class going got rough. A father girl named Kimmy. That was what I had in mind. Okay, that was what we read. I just didn't pay attention to the first line, so I thought it was a new dialogue. Ah, there you are. Oh, this is a pleasant surprise, Nielsen. That's a mighty fine liquor you brought. A bit on the pricey side, eh? Think nothing of it. I was given it as a gift to begin with. I'll be happy to share it with you. Oh, well, what do you say? Let's get to the bottom of this bad boy. Very well. It's been so long since we last enjoyed a drink together. Don't mind, I don't mind keeping a friend company if I can put up with my trivial ramblings. It's good to see Quintus still doing well. Okay, well, we found Nielsen, so we're done with that. Oh, is this where the mother's at? Oh, hello, everyone. I didn't expect to see you here. Jesus, we didn't mean to interrupt while you were paying your respects. If I remember correctly, this grave belongs to Fran and I's late father, who passed away 10 years ago. With him being in the CGF and on the line of duty, you always know it's a possibility, but nothing could have prepared us. It was a long time ago, nothing worth crying over. But I suppose it is a reminder of how you should all value your lives today. Never forget the people that would mourn you if you left them behind. Of course I know. Orkios Tower is supposed to signify a new era for Crossbell. If my husband were here today, I'm sure we would have attended the unveiling ceremony together. Go talk to the Archbishop real quick and Sister Marble. I understand that Sister Riez asked to be trusted with tomorrow's trip to Maines in your stead. Is that correct? You told me she had a lot of experience teaching Sunday school. Pardon me, Archbishop, but is something wrong? Should I be concerned about Sister Riez? You frequently asked about her since she arrived. No, it is unimportant. I'm only thinking about how hard she works. Please come to me if anything concerning does happen with her. If she whips out some sort of whip sword or something, that would be, concerning. Archbishop Aralda has been unusually concerned about Sister Riez lately. Could something have happened between the two of them? The unveiling ceremony was earlier today, wasn't it? I'm sure any child who has the opportunity to scale such a large building would feel like they can reach out and touch the sky. Doesn't that sound lovely? I love it anytime the children are in such high spirits. Thought the game crashed for a second, but it was just the door opening and not us not going through it. Alrighty. I guess we'll call it here. Maybe at the start of the next video we'll pop by mains and the gates, and then we will go back to the SSS for some story stuff. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.